This is it. This is one of my old little stomping grounds. There's this deal right here is always good for like one of them. So we're gonna see here. Usually I just like flipping a little black and blue Bitsy bug, this little Strike King Bitsy bug jig here. So we're gonna rock out with here. Usually that's the good one. That's the good pipe. A lot of times after a big rain, there's like crawfish and stuff and bugs and whatever that'll get up in these pipes right here. And when it rains, all the water gets flushed out of them, and all the sediment and the bait, like the crawfish and everything, they'll get washed out with them, and the fish will sit right out in front. And that's why these ponds that you can find that got a bunch of these pipes, they get really good after it rains, because all that stuff gets washed out and the fish just ambush them. Man, usually if I don't get bit out of that one, we are in for a long excursion here. This wind is terrible too. We're probably gonna have really bad audio. I'll probably just throw some music over it. I probably won't even catch a bass. I'm gonna try Chatterbait right quick. So here we have a 3/8 ounce, just a white jackhammer with a Xzone Swammer on the back. See what happens. I haven't had too much, I haven't gotten to throw this that much yet, but I've been throwing this Xzone Swammer on the back of my spinnerbaits a little bit this year, and I've really liked the action on that thing. And it seems like it stays on your, it's a little thicker plastic, stays on your keepers a lot easier. It's the action it has, it's pretty sweet. So I don't know, we're gonna see how I like it on the back of this chatterbait here, and see if we can't get a couple to come up on this thing. They ain't always on our starting holes, boys. Well, they're never on my starting holes. And there's one sitting right here. Like, I've already seen decent amount of bait, like bait fish just swimming along the rocks up shallow. And you always want to parallel the bank at these ponds and stuff. Like, don't throw, like, sometimes you can catch them doing that, but majority of the time when you're come to these ponds, throw along, like parallel the bank. Or if you're gonna cast outwards, I always aim for like 5 or 6 foot off of the bank and parallel it, because just doing that, you're going to keep your bait in the strike zone longer, and typically you see better results from fishing that way. Just a little tip for y'all. Like, I've caught them on this pond here before, just like literally just swimming like this, just like fast swimming this black and blue Bitsy bug along the rocks like a swim jig. That's why I like this. I mean, it's like a multi-purpose jig, really. You can just you can swim it, you can hop it, you can flip it around. It's the heavy cover one, so it's got a bigger hook in it. And they just come up along these rocks. I mean, I just keep it just under the surface and swim it, and they just come up and just crush it. There we go. On the chatterbait, shallow, just along the bank. Oh, I mean, it is a baby too. I mean, this is what you want right here. Oh yeah, I mean, giants, dude, like freaks. Man, I just cast it through there with the jig too. I mean, boys, we have caught some weight right here in this little horseshoe area. There we go. That's a better one, I think. There we go. That's a little better. Man, you know how many times I brought that dang chatterbait through there? It's gonna be like that. That's a little bit better. Step in the right direction. Dude, I cast it through there like 6 times. I think that one hit me the cast before, because I could have been a rock too, but it just felt like I lost track of the chatterbait there. When I'm pond fishing, pond hopping and stuff, I usually like to have I usually like to bring 2 rods. I always try to have one bait to just cover water. That'd be a chatterbait, because more than likely, any pond you really come across, the chatterbait's going to be the most effective way to just get through whatever kind of cover is in that pond. Whether it's grass, rock, just sand, or a couple stumps, wood, whatever, like that's going to be your best way to cover water. Then you can pick up that jig. I like a jig, especially for this pond in particular, because it's all rock and majority of the forage is crayfish. So I always like to have a jig, and then you've got these little bait fish that are right up here along the bank, and so that's why I like that chatterbait too, for that. So that's my little 1-2 punch for this, but every pond's a little different. But you just want to try to be prepared for covering water and slowing down and milking a little stretch. I'm gonna go pick up that jig though, see if I can't get me a few bats. Just love getting bats. No, God, no. Just lost one. Okay, peeps. Let's try this pond. I've caught some dang big ones in this one, so. Man, if we don't get bit around here, we got problems. I mean, we got problems. Oh, you freaking fracker. Dude. Man, something just chased something right there. Something just totally chased something right there. Oh, geez, that's a good one. Right at my feet. Dude, they just love, I mean, that's a better one. They just like this little, swimming this little black and blue bitsy bug. Nice one. Yeah, a little chunker. All right. That's cool. There we go. I don't know, like, I just noticed, dude, these little jigs is so versatile. That's why I really like it to fish ponds with, because it's not just strictly a swim jig. I can kill it and pause it and just work it through the rocks or whatever kind of cover I come up on. When you're pond fishing, you want to really stick with more versatile the better, less rods, less clutter. I'm not just swimming it, I'm kind of Alabama shaking it. So I don't know, it's definitely outperforming the chatterbait today though. I thought it'd be completely the other way around, but evidently not. That corner over there, biggins. Just when you're doing this deal, parallel the bank, look for any kind of little irregularity. Culverts have always been tried and true to hold the fish around them at some point. Just a spot where there's always moving water, that's what I'm saying. So like, you get into these ponds, if there's any kind of flowing water in them whatsoever, you need to spend some time. Got one. Oh, dang. I just had one. Didn't feel big though. Might have been a bluegill or something pecking at it. But yeah, like I was saying, if you get around any like moving water or anywhere where there might be moving water at some time, like the pipes, or if there's cleaner water, you want to find that little bit of cleaner water. Even this little dude right here, I've caught some good ones right off of this little dude right here. It's just an outflow. There's way more bait down there. I can see him freaking. Something totally chased the bait over there though. Like something totally like tried attacking the bait, or not my bait, but there's actually, you could see a swirl. Something definitely chased. Interesting. Another thing with these, when you're pond fishing, always follow your cast. Like, don't ever end your cast early. Like, reel your bait all the way to your feet, because these fish, they will, I mean, I've caught a lot of good ones just like reeling it to my, all the way to my feet, and the biggest bites sometimes I'll get, eat it right at your feet. Oh dude, one just blew up over there. Why aren't we catching more? They're obviously active at this pond. That's the second blow up I've seen. I didn't bring any top water though. They're obviously feeding up though. Like, why aren't they eating this stupid chatterbait? They're feeding upwards. There, Captain. One's gonna wallop it, I feel like. That's just a deep, and you got, another thing is, I mean, it's kind of an obvious, but like, try to find the deep, how's it going? Oh, is it? Okay, my bad. It's all good, no problem. Okay. Okay. We gotta go to the other side of the pond, which is fine. We'll go work on a bag over there too. We used to be able to fish here all the time and not get nothing, but I think too many people come over here catching a few bass. They said no. It's all good. We have relocated. No, that lady was nice. She was cool. She was not a Karen. Don't be a Karen, people. Any of them people out there, you live on a pond and you see old Hammer walking down the bank trying to just get on a few fish, man, don't be a Karen. Just politely ask them to skedaddle, and they will probably skedaddle. You know, I mean, I'm pretty easygoing though. I mean, everyone's a little different, but I don't care enough to make a big stink about it. But just be the most polite you can, man. We're all just trying to get through life. Come on, are you freaking kidding me? There we go. Biggin', biggin'. Yes. Get in here, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ate the jig right at that freaking pipe. Right at the pipe. There we go. Sweet. The wind is terrible, but caught that joker on that dude right there. Well, quarter ounce Bitsy bug. Try to get us another one. Ah, right where she should have been too, man. That's why I was getting so frustrated. I was like, man, why am I not getting bit right now? They're just not eating that chatterbait for whatever reason. We're gonna slow down, crawl it a little bit, see what's what. There's another one. Oh my gosh, my line broke. That was a big one. Another thing I like to do, like with these pipes, like this one right here, or like that big one right there, where I just caught that one, was I like to start from the base of it, like right at the opening, work my way out. So I'll usually start the mouth of it with like some kind of moving bait, a chatterbait, swim jig, whatever. If it's calm, I'll probably throw a popper over it, and then as the, you know, I'll work my way out with like a jig or a Texas rig or something like that, like a shaky head. Dude, I have never tried this other pond over here. You know that? I have never tried this other pond over there. I probably should. I think I'm gonna go bounce over to this other pond. See if there's another pipe over there. Yeah, there's a couple. I think I'm on my last jig, boys and girls. It's another reason I like swimming these things with these ponds with the rocks, because you don't lose them. Keep them above the rocks, you don't lose them. You get them down on the rocks, I mean, you can catch some fish, but you lose them. Got one. There we go. Get in here. Yeah. Just tied it up. Oh. We're swimming it too. Caught one. Yeah, they weren't looking. See you, dude. Also, guys, do not litter at these ponds. Put your excess plastics back in the bag and throw them out when you get home. Don't be littering all over these ponds, because that's what pisses these people off in the first place. Pick up your line, pick up your plastics. Don't be messy. You know the drill. Oh my goodness. Dude, one literally just jumped at my, I don't know if I got that. Dude, one literally just jumped in midair as I threw my jig in there. Is she gonna eat it or no? Come on. Come on, dude, she's sitting right there. There she is. Got her. Dude, there we go. She jumped. Oh, she's got choked. Choked that Bitsy bug. Little 1/4 ounce Bitsy bug down the throat. That's what I like though about this jig. Is that that's why I pond fish with it. I fish with it on the boat, everything. It's a cool little dude. It's because, like what just happened, if you want to kill the bait, if you're swimming it along and something like that happens, you can literally just kill it and work it like a normal jig too. It's not just strictly a swim jig or strictly a flipping jig or casting jig. Like, it's a little bit of everything. And it's got a nice heavy, not heavy duty, but it's a thicker gauge hook in there too for flipping if you'd like to flip. So there's a normal version too that comes with a lighter wire hook and it kind of bends out. But this deal, if you're gonna, this is the Bitsy bug flip. So by Strike King, it's a 1/4 ounce with a little Zoom Super Chunk Junior black and blue. Pretty simple. I trimmed the wire guard on it a little bit too. I don't know if they see that in the camera or not, but I trimmed the wire guard up there a little bit, because I think sometimes you can have too much wire guard. Pretty high percentage place right here. Got big pipe coming on out. Gosh, dude, there should be a bass right here, man. Come on. There we go. There we go. Stay on. Stay on. Get in here. Yeah. Knew there'd be one on that freaking pipe, dude. There we go. On the jig. On the jig. Another little chubber. There we go. Beep boop.